All right, boys, are you struggling to get a stop on defense? Well, I have a defense for you right here. It's a fast blitz, and I'm going to tell you what playbook gets in, how you set it up. It's really easy, just like the last blitz that we went over not too long ago on the channel. So the playbook I'm in defensively is the UMass defensive playbook, but really you want to be in any multiple defensive playbook. This gives you 4-3 formations, 3-4, 5-2, which is, K-Mac is really famous for running that defense. And then over here in the nickel formation, you have nickel over, 3-3 stack, you have double mug, load, single mug, all those things. And you have dime. You have a good variety in here, okay? But the formation I'm going over with you today is 3-3 stack. And this is a defense that hasn't made an appearance in, this is like nobody runs this defense, okay? And I haven't seen anyone post about this, or I've never seen this blitz online yet. So that's why I found it to share it for you guys here. As far as the adjustments, we're going to go over substitutions first. Okay, so you want to make sure you have your fastest two linebackers at the middle linebacker spot and the left outside linebacker spot. So where you see 0 and 17, I'm in cut, so that's where I plug in the fastest players. So I'm going to user Luke Kuechly, who is number 40. You want your user to be whoever is in the right outside linebacker position. So this linebacker on the right needs to be your user. This middle linebacker here needs to be your fastest linebacker, and then this other guy on the outside needs to be fast as well. So your three best linebackers, and then your user needs to be all the way on the right. And then the only thing that we're going to do pre-play for this in the coaching adjustments is just have auto flip defensive call off, because it's the reason. I'll tell you why that's very important. So the reason you want defensive play call off is whenever you go to the play selection screen, you want to flip the play before you call it in the huddle. And this is a really fast blitz versus 5-out. I'm going to pick smash return. It's a 5-out play, and keep in mind only have one controller. Okay, so I don't have any control over the CPU on offense getting the ball out fast to the running back, just like in the previous video when we went over a blitz. So if anyone knows how I can get two controllers to work in practice mode, please let me know. But the only thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using this player right here. And then I'm going to show you two ways to get this to come in. And there's actually two different ways, which is why it's really versatile. The first way is to use the D-pad to the right to bring up linebacker adjustments. This controls whether you can blitz them, spread them, pinch them, put them in zones, or choose specific ones to blitz. These are just your general linebacker adjustments. And then what you want to do is hit left on the left stick to shift them over to the left, okay? And then you want to zone out your user, or if you want to run man coverage and press, you can man up your user on the running back, and then at the snap of the ball, you can switch stick to the top left safety and start covering deep. Sometimes that throws your opponents for a pretty good loop. So that's what we're going to do. That last adjustment, manning up to the running back, is optional. You don't have to do that, but this is just a way to make sure that we guard the running back out of the backfield. So at the snap of the ball, you're going to notice that whenever we switch stick to the top, you see how that linebacker just comes in free. That's what you're looking for. And I'm going to run the blitz again, and we're going to go over it again. So to set this up, you need to do right on the D-pad to bring up linebacker adjustments, and push the left stick to the left, and it shifts your linebackers over to the left. And then you can either zone out your user or do what we just did, man him up to the running back so that it's guarded. And then at the snap of the ball, you can switch stick to the top left safety, and you can see CPU got the ball out right there. But the linebacker in the middle was coming in completely free. And then if you see this happening, if once you use D-pad, shift the linebackers over, they reset themselves. Okay. And you can make whatever coverage adjustments you want behind this. You do not have to leave it at cover 0. But that's just like to set the blitz up. So when you're running this defense, I would recommend setting the blitz up first, which is right on the D-pad, and shift the linebackers over to the right, and then do whatever you want to do from there. It's like if we want to press our defense, or if we want to zone out everyone, let's say we leave the running back manned up and we want to create a cover 4 shell or something like that. So we do something like this. And now we have a cover 4 shell. But keep in mind, in order for the blitz to come in clean this way, you have to have both of those linebackers blitzing. So like if I were to zone out this linebacker on the left, it will not come in the same way. So you're going to notice once. Actually, he did come in. I guess I was wrong. Okay, that's not 100%. That was just a really good rep. So let's just do this again. Shift linebackers to the right. Man up the user on the running back. Let's press our defense, and let's say we want to create a cover. Let's say we want to create a cover 6 or something like that, right? So we have the user manned up to the running back, so we don't have to worry about putting a hard flat out there, or you could put a hard flat. It's entirely up to you. That's the beauty of adjusting out of cover 0, in my opinion. And so let's put this linebacker on the left in a vert hook this time, or in a mid read. Let's see. Yeah, just put him in a hook curl. Now we have plenty of coverage on the field. And so now let's see what happens. Let's see if the loop still comes in. It actually does. Okay, so that's big. That's a big deal. Okay, I just found that out recording this. Like any other rep I did before I started recording this, it was blocked. So that's a good thing to know. And the second way that you can run this blitz is by simply double tapping your top right bumper on your controller, whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation. I think it's R1 on PlayStation, RT on Xbox. And this brings all the linebackers into the gaps. This presses your defense. And then what you're looking for on this blitz setup is you're looking for that left edge linebacker to come in, because essentially it's the overload. Okay, you're overloading the defensive end and the middle linebacker are overloading these two guys on the left. And so you're going to notice whenever we hike this ball here that the left edge comes in screaming, right? If the CPU didn't get the ball out, then we'd be sacking the quarterback right there. You can also be really versatile with your adjustments too when it comes to this. You can create that same cover 4 shell, and you could put this in a hard flat. You could put him in a cover 6 type of deal, so that way you can have that flat covered. There's all kinds of options versatility wise with this coverage, and the coverage adjustments that you can make in order to get stops on defense. It's all about what your opponent's doing. But what you're looking for with this specific setup is for that left edge to come in all the way clean. So let's say we just switched it to the here, boom, we're sacking the quarterback. So these are two. I'm going to go over it again just so that you guys know the two ways that you can run this blitz. The first way is to bring up the D-pad and shift your linebackers over to the left. And then you can do whatever you want coverage-wise. So I want to man up the running back here, press the defense, and then just switch stick to the top left safety. And then for this setup, we're looking for the linebacker to come in through the middle. And sometimes, as you can see right there, we're coming in clean. We're going to do that again. We're going to do this one more time so you guys can see it with this first setup. Boom, that linebacker's coming in. CPU gets the ball out, but we make the tackle. If you're going against a real person, they're getting sacked. And then the second way, which is the more aggressive way, is to double tap R1 or RT if you're on Xbox, and then do whatever coverage adjustments you want from there. And what you're looking for with this setup is that left edge coming in free. So we're going to run the play, let the CPU hike the ball, and that left edge comes in screaming. So if you guys enjoyed this blitz, or if you enjoyed this type of content, if this helps you win more games, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you're always notified when I post another video like this. So let's win more games out there, boys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.